That's a tough one. I think my favorite memory was winning the U Sport Championship title this year, and we broke the T-Bird varsity record and the U Sport varsity record. It was extra special because we had so many rookies on our team. I mean, on the female side, we had more first years than every other year combined, so it was really exciting to see all of them step up and have their best meet and their best races, and I don't think I've been on the team and had everyone have such a spectacular meet like they did this year, so that was really neat. And I mean, winning in your last year is always really nice. I cried immediately. I mean, the records are nice to break and it's nice to have your name there. I don't think that's really the important part. I think it was just nice swimming with the team, and there was at least one rookie on the team, so it really sets up the rest of the team for the future years to have so many girls so young and already competing and winning.
Favorite memories at Thunderbird, it's got to come down to winning those championships this year. Men's and women's bringing home the championship in my last year. A lot of fun, really tough year for me, so I came through it pretty well. I had pretty good swim, my last swim, and just seeing the team come together that way, it was just really incredible. I couldn't really ask for any more than to come away with those banners. My last race was a 400 freestyle, which was an event I wasn't even sure I was going to swim at the meet, so it was kind of fun. Just deciding to swim it the day before, and then I missed the final in my 200 butterfly, and I only had the 400 freestyle going into finals, and I was a little bit bummed out, but I knew I was going in that it was going to be my last swim ever, so I was pretty excited, and I really wanted to throw down, and at the end of the race I kind of just caught 3 or 4 people in the last 50, so it was kind of cool to just touch the wall and see Steve going, hey, and all my teammates pretty happy for me, so it was a nice way to finish it.
I think the most memorable game that I ever had would be the Ryerson one in the first round of nationals last year. Having that many people show up and how the game kind of went, other than the ending, it was pretty crazy.
Winning both the men's and women's CIS titles this year. It's just nice to come back, final year, end it off with a bang, and also probably breaking that national record with the 4x200 relay. It's kind of nice, like I knew we were on pace for it, so it was nice to dive in it, but then there's also the pressure of like, okay, this is on you now, like you know that you're the one it's going to come down to if they've all done their part, so bring it home.
I would say probably my favorite memory is just the daily grind. You know, we're training 5 days a week. You're in the gym with your teammates, you're getting down in the dirt and just really working on developing those skills. That would probably be my favorite memory. When we were learning how to do those lifts, and over the last 5-6 years that I've been here, just really getting better at it, getting stronger in the gym, and really seeing the fruits of those gains out on the field.
My favorite memories of Thunderbird is it's definitely more than one and spans quite a few years, but it was being a part of our program's Return to Excellence campaign. The program kind of stated a few goals of moving up to the top, competing in the top league of rugby in British Columbia, and really cementing our legacy as one of the top programs in North America. And that all really started off with winning the Brightman's Boot against UVic back in 2014, and we just carried on that wave of success onto beating the University of California, Berkeley, winning the World Cup for the past 4 years in a row, and not only winning those 2 trophies was really important to us, but also moving up to the men's premiership and doing so for the past 2 years, and winning it the past 2 years was huge for our program. And I think all of that success, starting back in 2014, really culminated in our undefeated season last year and finishing 3rd place at the University World Cup that was held in Oxford. And lastly, 2 or 3 weekends ago, winning the University Sevens Championship was something that our program's been trying to do for a long time, and finally doing so was, I think, the cherry on the top for our program.
I think for me, winning that last CIS title, we won in a shootout, and running onto the field with all my teammates and jumping on our goalie, and just, I don't know, my mind was completely blank at that point. It was just so nice to be a part of that. And I remember putting on the championship cap and looking over at my coach, and he had the biggest grin on his face, and it was such a special moment for both of us because Robin and I have been together for probably 10 years now, so just to be able to share that moment with him and my teammates was something really special.
My favorite memory as a Thunderbird would probably be Winter Classic. Amazing game, huge crowd. It was really fun to play in. I had a better game, so I scored a goal in front of on the Winter Classic. So that was kind of it's cool to score a goal and finally hear some cheering in the crowd, which is interesting.
My favorite memory as a Thunderbird would have to be when we won Brown Cup for the first time in 2015, I guess, a couple of years ago on the UVic course ahead of the gorge. We were in the outside lane and were battling conditions, but we all kind of put our heads together and focused and had a really great race. The celebration after was probably one of the more exciting ones that I remember, because traditionally in rowing you get to do what's called a coxie toss. So you throw your ninth person from the boat into the water, congratulating them sort of for steering you down such a great course and calling such a good race. I don't think I'd ever done that before, so it was really fun to pick up this tiny person and on the count of 3 toss her in. So,
My third year when we won the Canwest Championship at home and had the stands packed, and we won just in the last seconds. It was a bit of an upset. That game we were playing the Saskatchewan Huskies, and we only led the game for 36 seconds out of 40 minutes. And it just happened to be a couple buzzer beater shots at the end, and then they ended up fumbling the ball and not getting a shot off at the very end, and we won and stormed the floor. It was really cool. And the feel of everyone in the crowd and the excitement from winning was one of the best memories.
Being a Thunderbird is pretty indescribable. I think not only is it being an athlete, a varsity athlete, but for us it's being a part of the Thunderbird family. It's an amazing community. We're so supportive of each other, and not everyone gets to be a varsity athlete, and that's the bottom line. And so to have this experience, to be part of this family, is incredible.
I think I'm going to miss most is seeing the lads every day and just the constant banter we have at practice. And I mean, seeing Adam McQueen just driving the banter bus every day was something that is never going to get old.
I'm gonna miss the tight-knit community, the complete structure of having your life revolve around school and training and gym workouts and games. Things are getting a little bit more up in the air now, and so I'm really gonna miss having that structure.
Probably the sense of community, just being with the team every day and spending so much time with those people. When you train for 5 hours a day, you kind of grow close with them, whether you want to or not, and don't really think there's many environments like that in the real world.
Being in shape. Yeah, it's pretty true. You train 9 times a week, you kind of take for granted the fact that you can eat whatever you want and do whatever you want and sleep, and I don't know, it's kind of, I've been retired for a month now, and I'm like, oh, when am I gonna work out today? Oh, what am I gonna eat? So that's a thing I think I'm gonna miss a lot, is just, I'll never be in as good a shape as I was when I was swimming here, so.
Yeah, I think, coming onto campus and, every second person is someone and they are asking you about how your sport is going, and you're asking about theirs, and it's just such a tight-knit community. So I'm definitely gonna miss that and that sense of belonging for sure.
Getting a Thunderbird ring is an accomplishment. Being able to graduate at UBC was something I never dreamed of, or thought of, I guess would be a better way to say it, because I wasn't the smartest guy going through high school, but being able to put 5 years in the books and come out with a ring is pretty special.
It's very important to me to get the ring. It'll be a good reminder for all the hard work and all the great memories that I've built here at UBC.
It's incredibly special because it's something that ties me to thousands of other former athletes, and it's definitely a conversation starter. So to be able to have that link and to be able to wear it after I leave campus is something that'll continue to impact me in years to come.
And it's kind of like a completion thing. It's to me, it's become as equally as important as getting a diploma. You put in your 5 years, you put in all that work, and you got something to show for it.
Having that on my finger every day will kind of just be a reminder of what I loved about this school and what I loved about the Thunderbirds and what I had to work through and the lessons I learned in swimming.
Pride. You've worked really hard. You've been a Thunderbird for 5 years. You've been a part of a huge family and just something to remember them by.
For me, that's proof of a legacy. You know, you're joining this group of incredible athletes who've dedicated their university careers to being Thunderbirds, and that to me is such an honor. And I'm really excited to be able to join that club and show that off. Because I put a lot of work into it. It's been a long time.